What if the most beautiful places are the ones we've never heard of? What if a town, named for the deep pink of its cedar trees, could disappear from the map and from history books in just a few days? This is the story of Rosewood, a place that was more than just a name. It was a thriving community, a testament to resilience, until a single lie set a fire that would burn it to the ground, leaving a scar that America is still grappling with today. The town of Rosewood was a small, self-sufficient town in Florida. It was a close-knit community where most of the residents were Black. They had their own school, churches, and businesses, living separate but peaceful lives next to the white community in the neighboring town of Sumner. The start of the tragedy began on January 1, 1923. A white woman from Sumner, Fannie Taylor, claimed she had been attacked by a Black man. Her story, which was never proven, quickly spread, and a mob of angry white men was formed. This mob was not just looking for a man, they were looking for revenge. A Black woman named Sarah Carrier, who worked for the Taylor family, knew the truth. She said she saw a white man leaving Fannie's house that morning. She believed Fannie was lying to cover up an affair. But in the 1920s, a white woman's word was taken as truth, and Sarah's story was ignored. A community destroyed the mob. Now a large group of men began a violent search. They started by torturing and murdering an innocent Black man named Sam Carter. This act ignited the true beginning of the massacre. The mob then went to Sarah Carrier's house, where many Black women and children had gathered for safety. Sarah's son, Sylvester Carrier, defended his family and his home, leading to a shootout. He killed 2 white men, but in the end, he and his mother were also killed. Fueled by rage, the mob grew to over 200 armed men, some from the Ku Klux Klan. They systematically burned down all of the Black-owned homes, businesses, and churches in Rosewood. The entire town was destroyed. Some white residents like John Wright helped Black families hide and escape. But many people were murdered. On the last day, the mob killed James Carrier, Sarah's brother, by shooting him in the local cemetery. By the time the violence ended, the entire town of Rosewood was gone. The aftermath official count of the dead was 8 people, but the real number is believed to be much higher. A grand jury, made up of all white people, was held, but no one was ever charged or arrested for the murders or the destruction of the town. All of the records were lost or destroyed. Decades later, in 1994, the state of Florida finally acknowledged the Rosewood Massacre and voted to compensate the survivors and their descendants. The story of Rosewood for too long was a forgotten piece of history. The story of Rosewood isn't just a historical event. It's a mirror. It forces us to ask how a lie can become an excuse for a massacre, and why some stories are buried while others are celebrated. By remembering Rosewood, we honor the lives that were lost and the community that was silenced. We ensure that this painful chapter of history, once forgotten, is now a permanent part of our collective memory. Please subscribe to the Black Vault for more history uncovered.